Good afternoon, and it's JU-Ice again, and I'm here making me some brunch. It's one of those days when you wake up whenever you want. Well, most of the time, that's how it is with me anyway. That's what's called retirement. But I'm an early riser, and as you know, I'm always spending lots of time grooming myself. So I'm here making me some brunch now. As you can see, I didn't really do much to my hair. It looks fine. And doing my bacon. As you can see, I made me some eggs. As you can see. So when I'm done, I will let you see the finishing touches of my brunch because it's afternoon now. And I'm also having me a strawberry banana smoothie. You know what I'm saying? These are good for your body. You know, I like drinking stuff that's healthy. I'm not a soda person. I don't drink no kind of pop. Nothing. I love ginger ale, Schweppes ginger ale, but I don't really drink that as much because it has a lot of sugar in it. But once in a blue moon, that's the only kind of pop that I would drink. Um, it's gonna be in the 70s today here in Orlando, but I will be staying indoors today. Yesterday I was out, pantry day, and today is a much warmer day than yesterday. Put it like that. I checked it out, and it is okay. But I will be staying indoors. And yesterday, I went to get me some tangerines and some lemons because I had ran out. And this girl here have to have her lemons so I can make my concoction in the mornings. And I'm turning the bacon over, as you can see. I have to let it get brown. Yes. You don't have to be a chef to know how to make breakfast or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't even know how to do that. Some people don't even know how to cook rice. You need to um, try stuff out in your house. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to go to culinary arts school or nothing like that. I started cooking from when I was like about 8 years old, 8 or 9, in Barbados. Like, I was living in St. Philip with my parents, and, my mom, she went to the hospital because my dad had got into some kind of motorcycle accident, some kind of accident. And she went to Queen Elizabeth Hospital. That's the hospital in Barbados. So, it was getting late in the evening. I didn't really know how to cook, but, I always used to watch my grandmother and the elder adults that was in my life at the time. So, I went into the kitchen, and at that time, we had a stove because back then, we used to cook the old fashioned way. You put three big rocks together and you put some wood inside of it, and you catch the wood on fire, and then you put your pot. Of course, you clean it, then you add some water and let it boil, and from there. But we had a stove in the house at this time, and all those cooking on the rocks days was in Waldron. I was younger then, much younger then. where we used to go down by the pipe, go down the road, and catch water from the pipe, in the street, and collect water. And we used to carry it in a pail on top of our heads, you know what I'm saying, and truck back home with it. But those days has passed. I don't know if they still do that in Barbados, but I know in Jamaica and some other places, because I've seen a lot of YouTubers doing it. You know what I'm saying? They cook the same way and everything. And, it brings back memories, great memories. We might not have had it like that with money and stuff like that, or the necessities that a lot of people have these days, but we all survive, and we're still surviving. Those that's living like that still surviving. And the food, I'm be honest with you, it tastes better than when you put it on the stove and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't mean to curse, but it tastes really good. If you watch Collage TV, Collage Smith TV, he cooks a lot like that. You know what I'm saying? And they have a lot of YouTubers in Jamaica that do the same thing, different ways and stuff, but it's the same kind of cooking. And they do what they can afford to do, you know what I'm saying? Some people don't have stove in their house or stuff like that. So you make do with what you have. That's what you have to do. Like a lot of folks these days, they don't make do with what they have. You know what I'm saying? They have to go out there and get stuff, so they rob and steal and kill people to get stuff instead of trying to get a little job or something. They have jobs like cleaning and different kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? All you have to do is inquire, ask. Don't be rude. But a lot of people, they have pride. You know what I'm saying? So that's why a lot of people will always struggle in this life, because they let their pride get in their way of trying to accomplish things. I'm turning over my bacon. It's getting brown, as you can see. Yeah, getting back to what I was saying. So, I made me some rice and peas with some fried fish. In Barbados we have a fish called flying fish. That's the main dish, cuckoo and flying fish. To those of you that don't know, cuckoo is with cornmeal. Some people add okra in it and a little butter. You have to, that will be another video another time. But it tastes very good, and I love my great aunt from my mother's side. She was Caucasian. I was told my mom's family is German. That's where our name where originated from. You know what I'm saying? But my great aunt, she was Caucasian, had that beautiful hair, white hair, because she was an elderly woman. Aunt Rose, that's what we call her. Short, real sweet lady. I love the way she made her cuckoo. And my grandmother on my dad's side, I love the way she made hers too. And she made soup. I love her soup. But my Aunt Rose, oh my God, she could put a killing on the cuckoo. And my mother did too. My mother, she made nice cuckoo. Everything my mother made was good. And but not everybody knows how to make cuckoo and frying fish that good. You know what I'm saying? Or black pudding and sauce. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't know how to. They think they know how to do it, but they really don't. My mother can put a killing on it. It tastes so good. And another cousin of mine that passed away, a male, not too long ago, he made it good too, but his wasn't all that. But he'll swear that it was. Um, he used to make it and sell it, so a lot of Bajans will buy it from him. but his used to be full with pepper. Black pudding and sauce. Sauce is like the pig feet, parts of the pig, that they marinated and stuff like that, and then they cook it and stuff like that. Like I said, another video. And the black pudding, that's made from it's sweet potato. You grater it, and you grated a sweet potato. They usually use the white sweet potato, not the orange one. And they add sugar and it's other ingredients they put in there. You know what I'm saying? And then they use pig blood, and it's a process. So like I said, another video, but it tastes really good. I don't make it. I'm not going through doing all of that, but I love the way my mother make it. The Guyanese, they make it different. They swear they make the same thing, but they don't, because I tasted theirs. They use rice, and it's not sweet. It's not. Sorry, Guyanese, but no, y'all put it in sauce is not the same. Barbados is number one for that. And see, it's finished, so I'm taking it out. I'm gonna strain the oil off. But getting back to my cooking, I'm all over the place now. Yeah, I made peas and rice, That was my first time cooking, and I fried the fish, you know what I'm saying? Season it, and well, first I cleaned it and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, that was my first dinner that I made for my family, And when my dad came home, well, of course, you have to wash the rice. You take how much rice you're going to need, maybe a cupful, maybe 2 cupfuls. It depends on the size of the people that you're going to cook for anyway. And, you let your pot, you put your pot on the stove with some water, and you don't fill it all the way to the top. And, you let it boil. And then, I add a little butter to it, or maybe a little oil, cooking oil. And, you let it boil and stuff. And after you finish washing the rice, then you drain the water off. You do it like 2-3 times. And then you take your rice and you add it into the pot. And you stir it up. And then you could just leave it and let it boil, and you keep checking it. And then, I go back and I add a little black pepper in there, a little seasoning, and then I just let it simmer down until it's cooked. You check the rice grain to make sure. I love my rice soft. I don't like it hard. Like how the Chinese rice is. I don't like rice like that. And then they have some people that cook it similar to the Chinese, and I don't like that kind of rice. I like my rice soft, well cooked, not soft where it's mushy. And the rice that I love to use is parboiled rice. It doesn't have to be the Uncle Ben. Uncle Ben has parboiled rice, but it doesn't have to be Uncle Ben. They have different brands of parboiled rice, and I love that rice. I don't like the other kind of rice. It's sticky and gooey. I don't like it, so I rather the parboiled rice. But anyway, it cooks better to me. So, you use that. See, I put back 2 more in. So I'm waiting. I'm changing put it a little hot, lower, so it won't burn. And then you know, after that's finished, you know, and it's cooked and everything, all the water is going out. You can tell, you would tell. And yeah, you know, I made dinner. And when my mom, no, my mom went to the hospital because my brother was in the hospital, not my dad, my brother, one of my brothers. And my mom went to see him. And that's my second brother. Anyway, my dad, correction, my dad came home from work and he smelled the food, and then he came in and he went in the kitchen and he checked the pot, and he was like, oh my God, my daughter made dinner for all of us. And I said, yes, Daddy. That was my first time cooking. I was about 8 years old. And 8 or 9, I'm not quite sure, 8 or 9. Anyway, from then on, you know, I used to cook because I was a mother before my time. And when I say that, I don't mean me giving birth. I used to take care of my brothers and sisters in them. You know what I'm saying? My brother and my sister. And then when the other two that was born in America came, they were included. But you know, I was the big sis, the oldest one. And my grandfather on my mom's side, he passed away. God rest his soul. His thing was, he said the oldest is supposed to take care of the other siblings. So that was me, you know. And my dad gave me the name. They call me Sis. That's a nickname. My dad gave me that name long time ago because, you know, I was the big sis. So everybody and their mother calls me Sis. Some people call me by my real name. But those that don't know me as Sis, they don't call me that. They'll call me by my real name. But, you know, they call me Sis, big sis. So anyway, you know, I used to do the laundry. I used to do the cooking. Make sure my sister hair was done, even though she was a little hard behind because she always wanted her hair done a certain way, and she, you know. So I'm not going to get into that right now. That's another subject by itself. Anyway, you know, I used to do the ironing and making sure everybody was taken care of, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, we didn't have much money, you know, we were poor, but we made do with what we had. You know what I'm saying? And up to this day, that's how I stay. I splurge a lot now, you know, because I don't have all those responsibilities anymore. But getting back to what I said, I was a mom before my time. Well, that's what I meant. So I never really wanted to have a whole bunch of kids when I grew up. I just wanted to have one child, a daughter, because me and my mom, we never really got along. So I always pray to God one day when I get older to bless me with a child, a daughter. I didn't want a son because you know how boys are. They don't like people challenge. They don't like other boys challenging them. You know what I'm saying? Turning it. So, you know, they're ready to fight and do all this kind of stuff. If another boy challenged them or want to fight with them, I didn't want no sons because my whole thing was I'm not going to be going to jail to visit. I'm not going to be running up and down to no jailhouse or nothing like that. I didn't want those headaches. I didn't. Not that girls don't give you headaches, but the most headache that you could get from a girl, well, I don't know about now, because now girls be going to jail. They be doing a whole bunch of too much. But the most headache that you can really get from a girl child is her coming home with a belly, you know, being pregnant. But other than that, they okay. I didn't have no problems with my daughter. So that's what I asked God for, and that's what I got. I wanted her to have my hair. I wanted her to have my eyes. I wanted her to have her dad nose because he has a nice straight nose, and I wanted her to have his lips because he has nice little lips. I never like my lips. I don't have a choice but to like them now because they're mine. But everyone in this world hates something about themselves. I'm starting to learn. I'm starting to love myself as I am. But that was one of my things, my lips. So she came out with a nice little lips, the nice straight nose, and my eyes and my hair. And she was perfect, beautiful as ever. Very smart, very smart. And I'm not saying this because she's my daughter. She is very smart, a wise young woman. Yes, and I love her to death. And I would die for her. I would do anything for her. And she has two beautiful daughters, and they are very smart too. And I would die for the two of them too. I love them. So those are my three girls, you know what I'm saying? But I never wanted to have a whole bunch of kids because I seen how my mother, throughout her life dealt with having 7 kids. I know that's a whole lot to deal with, a whole hell of a lot. So I had to give her props because I don't know how she did it, but she did it. And the church was her comfort, you know what I'm saying? But sorry, I wasn't going out there laying up having no goddamn 7 kids, not even 2. Sorry, that's not me. More luck, more power to those out there that's making all these babies, 13 and all that. I gotta give y'all props. Well, you know what I say? Y'all love sex. Y'all love having that penis upping you all the time. No, not me. And y'all love your belly swelling up like that. No, not me. I don't think it's cute at all. But I'm not knocking nobody. If that's your thing, that's your thing. It's just not mine. I have other things planned in my life, not making babies and staying home, taking care of babies. No, no, no. That was never my plan. I don't think God had that plan for me either. So it didn't happen like that for me, thank God. But yes, it's not easy to cook. It's not hard to cook. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. So those of you out there, young women and young men, because I hear a lot of y'all, oh, I don't know how to cook, and y'all ready to run, go get some fast food and stuff like that. Be frugal. Stop spending your money buying all this fast food, which is not really good for you. Once in a blue moon, okay, but every day, no. Learn to get in the kitchen and cook. You don't have to make rice and peas or fried chicken or whatever. You can use ground pavilion. Use what you have. You can cook potato, you can bake potato, you can fry potato. You can make it any way you want. You can green bananas, you can boil them. The plantain, you can fry them, you can cook it. You can do anything with all these ground pavilion, you know what I'm saying? Okra, beets, carrots, beans, peas. They have so much out there that you can, vegetables and stuff that you can cook. You don't have to have rice. You don't have to eat rice all the time. That's a lot of starch. I don't even eat rice anymore. I have it in my house, but I don't even eat it. I make a lot of ground pavilion. That's healthy for your body. Plus, you're not going to be putting on all that fat anyway. You know what I'm saying? And you can make a killing out of that. You don't have to have meat and stuff like that. You can have, they have sardines. If people don't like eating sardines, you don't even have to have meat. You can just eat the vegetables by itself. And it tastes real good. I'm telling you. I'm living proof. And eat a lot of fruits. Make sure you buy a lot of fruits, If you don't have money to buy fruits, go to the pantries. You know, go to the pantries and get your little boxes with stuff. I know when I was in New York, I used to go to the pantry sometimes. But, you know, I was working at the time. But the three that I went to, oh my God, this is New York. The people working at those pantries, like one particular one, the upper room, it's in Bedford Stuyvesant. It's a church. These people, there were something else. I call it greed. They make you come there. They don't make you come there. When you go there, they give you a number, and then they tell you about going upstairs to their service because the church is upstairs. So you go to the service and you sit up there listening to the minister, not the priest, whatever you want to call him. He ain't no daggone minister. He's just a con artist with dreads. And he's standing up in there praying and preaching and all this kind of stuff. In the meantime, they tell you when you go up to the service, you're going to get served first. Hell no. And I'm living proof because I went to it several times and I just got sick of the shit. So I didn't go back. You go upstairs and you sitting up there getting all holy and stuff like that. The praying stuff was good, you know, had me jumping and going, feeling good and everything. But when you get outside, it's a long ass line of other people and they're being served. But remember, they said the ones that was in the church, when church is over, you come down, you're gonna get served first. Hell no, it never happened like that. Never. So to me, it was a waste of time going upstairs. Don't get me wrong, I believe in God and everything, but I don't like these fake people that claim that they're so into God. They not. I went up there and even giving my little $2 and stuff. I stopped doing that because this man, this is what he did, and I watched him a couple of times. Like when they giving out meat, chicken and stuff, this man had this black SUV park on the side of the church. I'm not gonna give the street because I don't want to blow y'all spot up, but it's in Bedford Stuyvesant. Yeah, this man, instead of giving the people the chicken and stuff, they take the majority of it for themselves, and then they'll give out a little bit to the people, and then they'll say, oh, we don't have any more. In the meantime, he's going through another door, the side door, to go to his vehicle. And I actually saw this because some of the people that was waiting, they were complaining and arguing and stuff, and you know me, I'm nosy, so I went and I looked and I saw, but it wasn't nothing that was hidden. It was right there in broad daylight. And the church is over. I don't care. The church is over there by Stuyvesant. Yep, because I used to live over there. The upper room. The upper room. Don't get caught up going into that church. They're crooked. So I watched this man and his other people that he had helping him pack up his SUV with all these chickens, you know. It was a lot of chickens, big lumps of meat. And they were just loading up the SUV with that stuff. But yet still you lying to the people and tell them, oh, we don't have any more. And another thing, they didn't give you a box full of food like how we do down here in Florida. They give you, you know, the plastic bags that you get when you go to the grocery store, not the big ones, the little ones. They give you maybe one or two of those. They'll put some canned goods in one, and then they'll put a little bit of whatever else in there. When you get home and you look at the crap that you have, you be like, why the hell I wasted my time standing on that line to collect this little bit of food? In the meantime, these people is keeping the food for their family and their friends. These people are something else. This food is supposed to be given out to the public. But these people, they make a killing off of it. They keep the shit. They probably be selling it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying they don't do it down here in Florida, because I see some of the people at the pantry where I work at. They have some newcomers now, and they started they crap Haitians. They started packing up their own shit. And the rules are, you don't do that. You already have your boxes inside. If you see something that you like, you take it inside. There's somebody in there that you give it to, and they'll put it in a box. But these young ones here that just came, they be loading up they shit. But guess what? The lady, one of the ladies that's in charge, she caught a hold of it. So now she's saying no. She spoke to them, and then she told me yesterday, Jennifer, make sure that they don't pack up their stuff out here. So you know what I told them? Y'all better stop doing what y'all doing, because she's watching you. Their eyes watching you. That's what I told them, It's their business if they do it again and get caught. They just won't be helping out no more, volunteering anymore. But, I told them, I was nice about it. I just told them, they watching y'all. Y'all better stop packing up them boxes and stuff to slip out of here, because they watching you. So, But down here in Florida, they give out a lot of food. They do. They give out a lot of food. Because over here where I live, they have like 4 or 5 pantries. It's not the same day. So that's a good thing, because you can go to each one if you want to. Because ours is on Wednesday. And then the school, the academy next to it, that's the school, the preparatory school, they give out like the first week of the month and like the last week of the month. So when it's their turn to give out, if it falls on the day that we're doing it, the crowd, the cars be packed up in the street, to go there. Traffic be backed up. I think they gave out yesterday, because this gentleman that was living in my building, and I'm gonna tell you his crazy story. He came back. Well, he told me that they were giving out food, when I left there. But there was no need for me to go there, because I get food from where I'm at. So, I'm not greedy. So there was no need. So anyway, his crazy story was, he's Caucasian. He's from New York, Buffalo. I met him here. This man, he used to go to the pantries and stuff, because he's the one who told me about the pantry where I volunteer at right now. He was living here in Orlando for a good long time, 20-something years. Anyway, his butt, guess what he did? He went to apply for a job at the, this is what my brunch look like. Look at it. Yummy. Yes. So, getting back to his story. He got his apartment right here where I'm living at. You know what I'm saying? And this man, he was angry because he didn't get the job. He was so excited. Told me he got the job and everything. And then the next time I saw him, he said he didn't get the job. So he said, I'm giving up my apartment. I'm moving to Chicago. They have jobs over there. I say, you're going to give up your apartment? You just got that apartment. It's brand new. This whole building is brand new. It's not that old. Because this building was finished in 21. You know, we moved in 21. I was one of the first ones to move in here. Brand new. Look, brand new. That's the second building. I'm in the first. Wouldn't trade this for nothing in the world. Anyway, this man gave up his apartment and he moved over to Chicago. I said, well, do you have a place to stay at and everything, because you have to make sure. He said he's going to be staying with a friend. I said, well, you better be careful of that, because people be telling you, okay, you can come to their house and stay, and then when you get there, it's a different ball game. He was like, no, no, he's cool, we know each other for a long. I was like, all right, all right. So he gave up his apartment and he went over there. Believe it or not, he wasn't even over there a good 6 months. I went to the pantry 2 Wednesdays ago. Who came up to me, shaking my hand and saying hello? The same gentleman. He looked like he's in his 50s or something like that. Seemed kind of smart, but I don't really think he's that smart to be doing what he did. Anyway, who am I to judge? So I said, what happened? What happened? You're back? So he said, yes. And mind you, he looked more stressed out than anything. He didn't even look like that when he left here. He just looked like he lost everything, his world. Anyway, I said, what happened? He said, yeah, I'm back. I said, oh, you got back, you got an apartment in the building? They have the new building. He said, oh no, they don't have no vacancies. So I said, so where you staying at? You got a place? You know me, I'm nosy. And I ask a lot of questions. So he said, no shame to my game. He said, oh, I'm living up the street. He didn't say where. He's probably shacking up with somebody. I don't think he's in a shelter. And then again, he just might be. I don't know. But he looked like he wasn't really living nowhere, because the way how he was dressed, he wasn't smelling or looking dirty or nothing like that. But his clothes was like kind of wrinkled, and his hair was just like kind of looking. He was just looking kind of crazy. So he looked like he probably was out in the street somewhere. So here he was back at the pantry. But me, I don't knock nobody, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, well, it's good seeing you and everything like that. So he was like, yeah. So, yesterday I saw him. He looks a lot better to yesterday, And I guess he's getting back into the groove. He said he had a vehicle. He came in a vehicle. So he said, this is a family of mine vehicle. I just borrowed it because I was coming to the pantry. I'm going to the next one next door. So that's when he told me, when I get out of there, they're giving out food also. So, I told him about my book. I wrote a book and stuff like that. So I said, you could go on Kindle, it's Amazon Kindle, it's an ebook form. The book, the hard and soft cover will be available soon. My team is working on that right now. But it's on Kindle. It's $9.99. A Long Way to Myself by Jennifer G. Ware. And he said he was going to check it out, So, I'm grateful, But to make a long story short, don't just get mad because something didn't work out for you. And then you just said, oh, to hell with it. And then you decide to get in touch with someone in another state or country or wherever, and they tell you, oh man, you could come over here, they got jobs over here. And then you pack up, give up where you at, and then you pack up and run over to this place. Oh, you don't have to worry about a place to stay. Then you go shacking up with these people. I'm telling you, wrong move. Because the first, maybe the first month, everything might be all right, but as time go on, you're going to get to see how this person is. They're going to get to see how you are. They don't like this, they don't like that. Then you're going to start hearing the rules and this and that and all this. They're going to start finding fault about something. And you know, you just hanging in there. I don't know if he had any money to like contribute or whatever. I don't know. But for those of you that have money and you contributing and stuff like that, be careful of all of that, right? Learn from a stupid person right here. Be careful of that because people people talk shit, and then when you get there, it's a whole different story. Believe you me, it will leave you lost in space. You will be saying, why the hell did I make this big mistake? For those of you that fall into stuff like that, I'm going to tell you right now, don't quit. Don't get frustrated. Don't beat yourself up. It's something that happens. Learn from your mistake and keep striving. If you are a veteran, you can call up the Veteran Crisis Hotline in whatever state you're in. I don't know about countries, but whatever state you're in, you can call up the Veteran Crisis Hotline. Even if you are not in a situation like that, if you're like homeless, you don't have nowhere to stay or whatever, just call up the Veterans Crisis Hotline and they will put you up in a hotel or something. You know what I'm saying? You could specify, tell them you don't want to go in no shelter. They will put you up in a hotel or something, and they cover the cost, but you still have to look for an apartment. They will give you a case manager and stuff like that, but you have to make the call, okay? For the other people that's not veterans, I suggest you go to the shelter or call up some kind of homeless hotline and go there, and they will provide some form of help for you. So remember, folks, if you're a veteran and you're in those kind of situations, get on your phone, Google Veterans Crisis Hotline, whatever state you're in. You're going to get a number, call the number, and somebody is going to speak to you, and they're going to give you all the information, believe you me. And they will help you get a place to live, but you still have to, even if you're staying in a hotel, you still have to go out there and look too. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not just going to do the work for you. You got to get off your lazy butt and look also. So don't give up. Don't cry and get all paranoid, depressed and stuff like that. Do not give up. And this is not just for veterans. This is for anybody that's going through any kind of crisis or whatever. There's help out there for you. There's help. If you're planning on committing suicide, please don't. There are crisis hotlines to call and get help. Someone will help you. I'm just asking all of you out there, please do not give up. Keep the faith. I don't care how bad the situation is, it will get better. But you have to make that call. You have to make that move. So this is JU-I saying thank you for listening. Have a blessed day. I'm going to go have me something to eat right now because I've been running my mouth. And if you like my video, hit the like and subscribe button. Peace out for now.